I've generated my client $41,000 in just 9 days with the funnel that I'm about to show you. And the crazy part is that it's one of the simplest funnel I've ever seen, yet it's also one of the highest converted funnels I've ever used. We converted roughly 34% of our list with a decently high ticket product. And in this video, I will show you what it is, how it works, and how you can implement it yourself. That being said, let's start. So I want to start by stating a disclaimer, which is that this funnel is not beginner friendly. And so if you're a beginner, if you're totally new in the online business space, this funnel won't help you make more money, but I still suggest that you stick to watching this video because you can still gain a lot of insight. There are three main cons to this funnel, which is 1. You need somewhat of an audience, a big list like running ads, or in general, you just need a certain way to gather a decent amount of people, specifically warm leads. And so, if you don't have any guaranteed way as of now to get guaranteed warm leads, and I would say at least 100, then this funnel could still work but not as effectively, because at the end of the day, it's always all about the numbers. And that's number 1, audience. So number 2 is that this funnel does not work for every business model. This funnel works great for in real life masterminds, in real life events, retreats, in real life workshops, and high ticket services. For those business models, this funnel is amazing. But if you're selling something like a low ticket community, a low ticket digital product or physical product, it might work but not as much because this funnel doesn't operate on high volumes. So this funnel really works on a lower amount of people that are truly high quality rather than a very high amount of people that are medium quality. And usually if you want to make money with low ticket, you need a lot of people, and that's why this wouldn't work as well. You can get sales, but it wouldn't be as profitable. And number 3, it's simply you can't do it often. And so the thing with this funnel is that you can't use it too often because the general idea and concept behind this funnel is that you're selling a premium product or event. So by using it often, you completely nullify the idea that you're selling something special that doesn't happen often. It's simply, urgency. Yeah, it's just urgency and scarcity. So, and which is also why it works great with high ticket services and events, retreats, because you can do them once or twice a year, maybe even 3 or 4 times, like once every quarter. But if you go past that, that's when this funnel starts to being overused and it doesn't work as effectively. Because remember that each time that you use it, you take the most loyal people from your audience, from your list, and you get them to this service. So unless you have like 50,000 ultra warm leads that are ready to buy, this funnel wouldn't work as great. But yeah, those are the cons. Now let's move to the pros, which there are a lot, because as I told you, this funnel is great. So the number 1 pros is that this funnel, how was I about to do the right funnel? This funnel converts like crazy. So yeah, as I told you, this funnel, it's incredible when it comes to converting high ticket services and in real life events and retreats. So if you do anything like that and you have a decent audience, you don't even need a big audience, just a decent loyal audience, this funnel will be incredible for your results. So number 2 is that direct access. The number 2 is that this funnel gives you direct access to your best leads. So you can personally get to know them, you can answer their questions, you can ask them questions yourself, and you just get to know them better. And if you're against the idea of talking to your best customers, especially your best customers, let me just tell you that you're an idiot. No offense, but the thing is that you are never truly too big to talk to your customers. Never. If you're not making millions and millions a year in profit, I can guarantee you that you are not big enough to not spend enough time with your customers, that you get to know them better and you answer their questions. So if you have some sort of ego around this idea that you must separate yourself from your customers because you're too big, I want you to completely remove that horrible mindset, because it won't get you anywhere. And as I said, if you're not making millions and millions in profit, you will never not benefit from talking to your customers, especially your most loyal customers. So yeah, the second pro is that you gain direct access to your best leads, which is incredible. And number 3, very cheap. This funnel is super fucking cheap. It's also free if you're a little bit picky, but you only need 1 or 2 softwares that might end up costing you like $20-30 per month. And right after the event, you can also cancel the membership. So it's like $40. The third pro is that this funnel is super cheap. And that being said, let's start with the actual funnel. So what is this funnel? I will start by giving you a general bird view of the funnel, which, if you don't know, a bird view is just when you get the point of view from the top. And unironically, the camera that you're seeing there is a bird view, so I will kind of give you that on the general funnel. So that's what the funnel looks like from the top. So you have your social media. Then from social media, you will send people to a filtering list, to a list. From the list, you send people to a free WhatsApp community. So on WhatsApp, if you don't know, you can simply create WhatsApp communities instead of groups, which are just, you can do a lot more things with them. You can create multiple groups, make only admin specific groups, announcement groups. It's very great. So from the free WhatsApp community, you nurture the leads, and simply then you sell, you close people. So that's the general funnel. You take your social media. From social media, you send people to your filtering list. From the filtering list, the best quality leads are redirected to a free WhatsApp community. In the WhatsApp community, you nurture them and you get the sale. As I told you, it's super fucking simple, and now I'm simply going to break down each one so that you exactly know what you have to do at each stage. So let's start with social media. So right now with social media, the only thing that you need to use your social media, your list or ads, as I said, anything that can guarantee you getting your warmest leads, this process is only used to make a mini announcement. So you simply want to say something on the line of, I'm preparing this very special thing that will help niche achieve result. So it depends on your niche. And if you are interested, I'd like you to apply to this list. So you simply make some stories on your social media. You make an announcement, like you've probably done a launch in the past. And your viewers, they will see those things. And each story, each post, each action that you perform on your social media is simply to redirect people to a filtering list, which is the second step, filtering list. But as I said, number 1, which is just social media, it's very simple. You want to run a very short launch. You don't need to make it last 2 weeks, that's too much. You can just make it last 1 week and have like 5 stories, not each day, but usually 5 days out of the 7, where you post stories, post announcement, and you are like, I'm doing this for people who want to achieve this. So you can make it personalized to your niche. And so the most loyal people in your niche that are actually interested in what you're doing, because remember, the purpose of this funnel is to sell your high ticket service, or like do a in-live event, in-live retreat, workshop, mastermind. And in this retreat, mastermind, high ticket product, you probably have a desired outcome, like you have a result, and you want to sell this result in your stories. So I'm currently running this exact funnel for another one of my clients, and we're currently managing a retreat for swim instructors. And this exact swim instructors is like a workshop retreat for swim instructors where we teach them how to teach kids, how to teach parents, how to teach people to in the water, other techniques that they can use in the water with other people, and even special needs. Like, it's a lot of stuff, trust me. We have like 7 coaches, and as I said, we're selling to his most loyal fans on the idea that when they get to this retreat, they will learn better techniques to teach kids and parents special needs. They get to learn this, they get to learn how to teach better, because swimming instructoring, it's very hard. But you get the idea. You simply make some announcements and you get your most loyal fans to a filtering list, and that's it. You don't want to overdo it, because you still want to keep your social media reputation high. So you don't want to simply be a guru sellout where you're like flexing the Rolex every 2 stories and that's how you get clients. No. Just get your most loyal fans that are interested in what you do and what you have to offer them. And so number 2 is the filtering list. And so the purpose of a filtering list, it's very self-explanatory. You just have a list on Typeform or Google Forms. So, let me just type it. And in this list, you simply want to get the minimal data that you need to filter them. So, of course, you want to get the name, age. Then you want to also name the job, what they do. Phone number is very, very important, because you need to get them on the WhatsApp group. Without your phone number, you cannot invite them. So make this mandatory. Like, I would say just make everything mandatory. Number, like goal. And I would say, because I can't really give you a personal advice right now because it's a YouTube video, but usually if you have the name of a person, their phone number, the age, the job they make, and their goal, I would say that's a very solid foundation to understand, are they qualified? Because usually, in order for a person to be qualified, they need to be able to afford it, so you can kind of guess it from their job, their age, and maybe their goal. Because let's say that you have 2 people. One is a cleaner on a minimum wage job, but is 38. And the other one is like an electrical engineer, but is just 18. Which means, I don't even think you can beat, but which means that he just became one. So even though the electrical engineering is a very high paying job, they're only 18. So they might have had this job for like 2 months. So maybe they even spent all the money. But the other guy that even though is working at a minimal wage is 38. So if you're selling something that is $2,000, he should be able to afford it. So yeah, as we said, you only want to add in this list the best of the best that you can get from your audience, so that they can actually afford it, and even if they can slightly afford it, your service shouldn't be a financial burden from them. They shouldn't be able to pay it and then like feel very bad about it because now they're struggling. Then if someone does that, they're not qualified, and you don't want your service to give this sort of experience to someone else. Yeah, they want my service. Now they're fucking struggling financially. You don't want that. So really, you will simply get on a list, and now let's say that 300 people apply. From these 300 people, you do one which is qualified and non-qualified. So you subdivide it and you put every qualified person based on their goals, job, and age. And oh yeah, I forgot country. Country is super important because usually with third world countries like India, Singapore, Thailand, no one is gonna be able to afford it. They can, but I don't know. As I said, after you get people answer, at the end of the launch, which should last 1 week from your social media, you start to filter all the members. You put all the qualified ones in the qualified and you remove all the non-qualified in the non-qualified. And now, this is where you get to the third step. You will take all the people from your qualified list, which I would say if the process is done correctly, should be at least 25% at the very minimum. And you take this list and we go to the third step, which is the free WhatsApp group. In the free WhatsApp group, we have 2 stages, which is the free WhatsApp group itself, which is how you're gonna get the people from the qualified list in the WhatsApp group. And then with the second phase, which is the nurture phasing, so how you're gonna nurture them. So let's start with how you actually get the people inside the free group. And right now there are 3 ways. One, you do it manually, which is the free option. Let's say that you only have 80 people qualified in your list. We got their phone numbers in the filtering list, therefore you can just manually save each person's phone number and then add them all to the WhatsApp community. It is very boring to add all the people in manually, but if it's your best option, you can totally do that. So number 1 is manual adding. Number 2 is use a software to send them a message. Since we get their phone numbers, we can now send them a message. So you can use softwares like Twilio, I think it's called Twilio, or like maybe even Plivo. Yeah, which are just messaging softwares. So you put your phone numbers into their phone numbers into this software. You make a general message such as, "Hey name, you have been accepted into community name," and you click this link to join. So you just send to each single number you send this message with the link invited to the WhatsApp community. And that's number 2. And number 3 is you can directly add every single member, I believe, I am not sure, to the WhatsApp community by using Vati. So Vati, it's a software that does things on WhatsApp. Like I believe it contacts people on WhatsApp, it adds people on groups and other actions. But yeah, simply put, if you can use Vati, I believe that it will be better to directly add the people from their phone numbers to the WhatsApp community directly. But if you cannot do it, simply use Twilio or Plivio to just invite them to the community. That's how you get all the people. So let's say that as we said, we have the list of the qualified people, and you have like so many people. You get all of them to a software like Vati. On Vati, we invite every single one of them in the WhatsApp group. And that's it. Now we covered how to actually get all those people in the group. Which brings us to the next part, which is nurturing. What do we do with the people in the community? So in the nurturing phase, that's how it starts. In your WhatsApp community, so the free WhatsApp community where you invited people, you should have the following channels: an announcement chat, a general chat, a questions chat, and any other channel that is related to your niche. So the mandatory are the announcements, which I think it's already a default when you create a WhatsApp community. Second one is the general chat. And the third one is a question-only chat. So you have these 3 chats, and then you can have any other default chat that you want, that you need in your specific service. And so because remember, all this funnel is used to launch an event, a retreat, a high ticket service that still isn't out there, or you simply want a way to actually launch your service. So you get all your most loyal people in this WhatsApp group, and in the announcement, you give announcements. You're like, if you're doing a retreat, you can say, from this is the date of the official retreat, this is the address, and we're gonna opening the spots on the 21st of this month. And you simply share an announcement. You share videos of yourself where you give insights and more information about the event, what it looks like. You share the dates, where it's gonna be. You just share announcements. The general chat is where everyone can have a chat together. So the good thing is that you also get your best quality leads all together in a spot, so they can also talk to each other. And the other part is the question chat, where your leads are gonna have questions about this retreat, event, product. They're gonna question, when is it gonna be, how it's gonna look like, can I do this, can I bring this person, is it gonna be this expensive, they're just gonna ask questions, and you're gonna want to answer them, you and your team, if you have one. So yeah, with these 3 things, you really start to nurture them, and I think that in this process, I'm probably going to add some screenshots of what we're currently doing with my client. but I'm gonna cover the phone numbers and some private informations. As the title says, the only goal of this system is to nurture people. So in the announcement you always share the date, you make them excited, you give them a hype about this product or event that it's happening. With a general chat, you can kind of act like friends, you just get to know them, you talk with them, you can share some goofy or funny stuff that you want, you can act human, they also get to know each other, so they build a relationship together. And in the questions chat, you get to answer all the questions they have so that they feel more safe about this product if they're interested. And if that is being done correctly, which by the way, with all of this you just need, if you're doubtful that you can pull this through, you just need an actual good product and some basic DM setting skills. And you have those two, you should be okay. And once all of this is being set up correctly, you want to have a special day too where you're gonna actually open the spots. And you do this, and on the announcement you're like, in 3 days, this is happening, we are launching it. And on the specific day, you're simply gonna write one last announcement, which is, it's time. So when you're actually ready to launch your product to open these spots, you will then make the announcement post, and you will also attach the link to the method that you're selling with. So you can have a sales call, you can have a webinar, you can have a website, you can even maybe have a payment link if they're that loyal. But yeah, based on your niche, that this is really up to you. With my current client, we are doing a website, but if your niche is not that warm with you, you might benefit from me doing a sales call. So in the announcement, when you make the announcement, based on what you need, you will attach a link to the specific need. So if you want them to get them on a close sales calls to be more sure yourself that you can close them, just put the link to your sales call, put the link to the website, put the link to the payment link directly, and yeah, that's how you nurture them. You have the general chat, the question chat, and the announcement. You simply keep pushing it, keep pushing hype, get to know them, talk with them, be friends, because you want to befriend them. And when it's time, you make the announcement with it's time to buy them, and you send them on wherever you want to send them. And the last one is the sale, which it's very self-explanatory. I won't teach you how to close a person here, but as we said, based on the different needs of your niche, those are the things that you can use. Yeah, those are the ways. So based on your specific need, you can use a sales call, a webinar, you can use School or Stripe as a direct payments process if you just want to send them the link. You can use a website where you have another VSL, the more testimonials and the payment. You can also just do it in the DMs. You can personally contact each person that has had a question in the question chat. You just contact them privately. And yeah, based on how your niche and what your product, pick whatever you believe will work best for you, and on the day of the launch, just collect cash, literally, because right now it looks very silly or simple, but that's the beauty of it, because as I said previously, let me just get my previous paper because there are so many. You make a special post on social media, so your most loyal people, your biggest fans or your biggest customers, they look at it, they're interested, and they apply their detail in the filtering list. From the filtering list, you filter them to the qualified and the not qualified ones, and you get all the qualified people, and you invite them to the free WhatsApp community with the softwares we mentioned previously. With this, you invite them to the free WhatsApp community and you start to talk with them. You make an announcement, you hype it up about the product and what you're selling. You get to know them, you answer their questions, you become like a community. And if you can kind of see it, this process looks a lot like school. But the difference is that I will say that school is simply not on this level yet, because everyone has WhatsApp on their phones. Everyone just uses WhatsApp, and it's so much faster to just contact with people, to just chat and send messages. But on school, I would say school is still not on this level where you can be this direct with people, in my opinion. And yeah, from the WhatsApp community, you just nurture them, you hype it up, you get them excited, and on the day of the launch, you just make the announcement post where you announce that we are live, you can finally get this amazing offer, and based on how you want to sell it, you sell it. And that's it. With this exact system, as I've stated in the intro, I made my client $41,000 in just 9 days. That's how good this funnel is. And in the group, we only had, I will say, 130, it was around 120, 130 people. So, and the list, so on our filtering list, there were 400 people. So from 400, we only had 120, 130 that were actually qualified from our criteria. And from that, we simply kept nurturing them in the WhatsApp group, and when we launched it live, we generated $41,000 in 9 days. So if you have been wanting to try a new offer that I can actually sell, like a new funnel that works great, this is it. It's cheap, it's simple, it's very fast to set up and to manage. Like you can do this entire launch in 1 week and a half. 3 to 7 days of social media and another 5 to 2 weeks on the WhatsApp group. You can choose your times. So it's very cheap, it's very fast, and it's very simple. You cannot fuck this up. And that being said, that is exactly how you manage this WhatsApp funnel. Let's call it WhatsApp funnel. And yeah, this is it. If you have any more questions, you can just go in the description and ask them on Instagram and follow me on Instagram. And yeah, this is it. See ya.